Tune in this summer where two lines go head to head. First of all, we have Test. Completely failed, as you'll see from this video. It is rated R. The damage is done. 5 people showed up to Camp Apos when 40 were promised. Even more. Fail. As Goshi bitch slaps their CEO over and over again. You'll see in this video the excitement.
Who's the friends? I'm new to this area, so I don't know nothing. All I know is you guys are broskies, and you've had issues with me since day one. I filed so many petitions against your loser pieces of crap that are inside your corporation that I mean, really seriously, you have handpicked the biggest douches in Eve to be in your corp. That's pretty sick.
I don't think you know the Declan Coalition very well.
I don't know what the Declan Corp is. That some kind of gay rights movement or what? I don't understand.
You are trying my patience.
Well, I have no idea what the Declan Corporation is. Why don't you explain it to me? What does it mean? I mean, what am I signing up to?
The Declan Coalition is two of the biggest alliances in Eve, and also other entities who are living within the region of Declan up in the northeast. We're very, very good friends with the Northern Coalition. Within our Declan Coalition, we have Goon Swarm Federation, also known as Goon Waffer, and all of its members, and also Test Alliance Please Ignore, which has just broken 3,500 members. Goon Swarm Federation by itself is 5,000 members, and they have deployed here. Test Alliance Please Ignore have deployed here. The Russians, which are an untold number of people within that power block to your west in the south, are basically disassembling IT as we speak. Also with a large number of super carriers, because that's what they do. They bot with super carriers, for God's sake. They have an untold riches. You have no idea how rich they are and how much they hate IT.
Yeah.
You have entities like Stainwagon and things like this. I'm just trying to find you the Kugu post so you can see.
Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate it because I don't know anything. I just came down here. They said, "Hey, look, you want to have your own system?" I'm like, "I've always wanted to have my own system," and so I came down here and I got it. But now you're telling me that you're going to come in and you're going to give me a sweet deal. You're going to remove my system and then you're going to give it back to me, but I get to live here, but it belongs to you. And then now I don't get to have my system anymore. That sounds like a bad deal. I could go back to high second.
No. It isn't the case that you don't have your system anymore. You can still live there. You can join Test Alliance Please Ignore, and you can live in your system. We are just denying IT places where they can stage out of and their entities can stage out of. The less allies they have, the better it is for us, because it will be an easier campaign. We can do this the hard way over the easy way, and we prefer the easy way by going and talking to their pets and other entities which are living within that region and talking to them.
But once you take this area, okay, let's say you take these systems. I know that Morris-Mias is sitting right next to me in the other system of I8-DOG. Are you working with Morris-Mias? I mean, how are you going to protect all this area?
Because I'll be uploading it to a Northern Coalition Directorate board, saying do not harass these people, and when they see sovereignty being transferred to Test Alliance, please ignore. They will not touch it. None of our allies will touch it. We are a large entity and they will not touch it because we're working for the same goal.
Okay, but I thought
the other we install in the wake of IT and in it, you will be a member of that, and you will be under the protection of them, and you can contribute to them.
But how are we going to handle the broskies? I mean, I can't stand those fucking pieces of shit.
The bros. Okay, let me be frank with you and honest with you. I'm a director of the current incarnation of the Broski Corp. They are under my leash. So when I say there's a very big stick over your head right now, you should pretty much believe it, because I'm one of their directors. This is not a troll. This is us extending a hand of peace, an olive branch as it were, to you to come on board. We're thinking of the bigger picture. However, we will enforce it with force if needs be. It's just a lot easier talking to you and going through diplomatic channels than going on deployment. Well, in fact, we're already there. It just makes it a lot more easier for us if you came on our side. As much as we'd love to come and fuck with your entire corp and disassemble you from within like we did before, time and time again, we have bigger things to think about.
Well, here's what you could do. Give me a taste of the cookie, which is this. Destroy the system next to me and the one on the other side so that I can have that station. And when you can do that, then I will say, all right, why not?
Because
You're afraid IT will come down and kick your ass.
on board to get in on the club. Do you, is like trying and playing golf on a golf course which you aren't a member of. Okay, you'll just get thrown out.
Yeah, I don't mind. I mean, I just I don't see it happening, you know. I mean, I would like to see it happen though. I definitely would. Seeing things happen is cool. I'd like to see it, you know, I'd like to see you actually attack somebody other than me, of course, because I don't want to be attacked. But I mean, I understand that the Broskis will come down here and they will do their thing, and they're elite pilots. I've already seen how they do. Um, I disassembled probably 80% of their corporations, as you remember, and
I'm sorry, but I don't think you should speak mistruths to one of their
it
directors.
is true.
Holding a massive stick above their head. You should be very careful
What's
with your
what
words.
what's a massive stick? I mean, I don't understand what that means. You know what
Do
I
you want
mean?
to get burned?
Burned. No, I
I,
don't,
I
don't want to
currently
get
have
burned.
I currently have 40 Broski pilots logged in right now, raring to go, and they will be within your system within the next 25 minutes.
All
And they
right.
will take apart your sovereignty. They will take apart all the infrastructure within your system, and you will not have any more space by this time tomorrow. You'll be
So
back in
40 Broski pilots are gonna wipe me out. That
No,
sucks. Y-
because there's going to be a lot more. You know how we work. So if
Yeah,
one gets hold of something, the
I
world will
do, but
spread.
yeah, I know. But I thought you were offering me a friendship
I
branch,
am.
like,
However, I have to be very, very tough with whenever someone speaks shit about my corps. Now,
well,
don't disrespect
uh,
me.
do,
I'm a member of Power. I'm an alliance director. I'm offering you a good way out, an easy way out. But when you speak shit to me, it makes me angry, and bad things happen when I get angry. You have to understand this very quickly.
are you German or are you English? Like, I mean, what did you think about the German war with Hitler running around telling everybody that he was the right hand of power and all that? Did that bother you at all?
It does because all of my grandparents fought against that, and I'm very, very pro free speech and freedom of belief. However, my alliance believes that as well. So does my coalition. Now, with IT, everybody looks up to Sir Mole, and their pets look up to Sir Mole to protect them from what's coming. Their power block has become stale, sad, and ineffective.
Yeah, well, so you
7
should
months
be.
ago, we assembled 900 pilots, and we nearly took out a CSAA until IT dropped their entire Supercat fleet. So we've decided to compartmentalize down so they can't assemble that larger force again. We can smash it
Um,
apart if needs be, but we'd just rather break down into smaller entities and go around harassing the entire region instead of, well, say for instance, massing up huge amounts of pilots and making it not fun for everybody. I'd rather engage in something like this to destabilize them politically and financially as well, because it hits them in their wallets because they're not getting paid rent. How much rent do you pay a month, Goshi?
what if I told you that I run IT? What would you think of that?
I would call bullshit because Sir Mole runs IT and you are not a member of IT.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm glad you think that, but I love you long time. I mean, how do you know what I do in this game? I mean, do you know what I do? Do you know how I pull off what I
Yes,
do? Do you guys watch that?
I know what you do. I've been a Broski member for a very, very long time, and I've recently become enlightened with the life of an alliance diplomat.
Okay. So here's a question for you. If I switch sides with you and I just say, okay, I switch sides, what's INTI gonna do to me? A net. What's a net gonna do to me?
They're going to probably do nothing because we'll be there protecting it, and it will be a huge slap in the face to my members. It will be hilarious for me having orchestrated this, and they'll have to deal with it because you're blue. We cannot shoot blues. This is one of the rules in test. You cannot shoot blues.
That's funny. I would be like flying around in my system. Broskies would fly and kill everything I got, and they'd be like, "How you like that, dude?
I'm
Seriously,
glad
did
you're
you?"
seeing the benefits of my offer already.
I
Take a moment to think it through.
don't know. Well, I feel bad because I know that I'm going to be the first system you're going to attack, and I seen it coming as soon as I seen a broski sit here for a week watching me, and it's okay. I mean, I was gonna start playing WoW, and I'm gonna get all my guys to switch over to WoW. It's gonna be awesome. We're gonna have the biggest raids ever. I heard WoW's the bomb. It's the best game ever. So how do you get all the IPs and all the info from all these people? I mean, how do you know all the renters? I mean, if you're gonna be getting all these renters, how many of them have said yes? I will switch to you now. I mean, how many have you got? I'm the first one that's you think's gonna switch.
No, give me a second. I'm still trying to find this Kugu post.
Cougar?
Looks as if you're going to have a look. You're going to have to look on our alliance boards.
How do you do that?
First of all, you're going to have to enter an API. Our alliance news and alliance discussion is open to all at the moment because we've had an influx of spies from pretty much everywhere. So it makes it just easier to open up everything, as long as we have a valid API.
Weird. Sounds like a. You know what it sounds like to me? When I was a kid, I was in school and this really popular kid, he was really cool, and he came up to me and he says, "Hey, Goshi, why don't you bend over and grab your ankles and spell run real slow?" And I was like, "All right." So I bent over in front of all of his best girlfriends and everything, and I said, R-U-N, and they all laughed and they were giggling and they were laughing, having a good old time. And I said, I don't get it. And they said, R-U-N. And I was like, I don't get it. They're like, you don't get it. R-U-N. I go, well, I got that part. But if I had to ask if you're in my ass, you must be pretty goddamn small. And at that moment, my life changed. And I realized that bullies, when they're pushing people and they're making their life miserable and they're griefers and stuff, that was something I never wanted to be a part of. Do you know that that guy for the rest of his life in school was known as Tiny Steve? And I liked it. You know, he burned himself. And I think that those people that burn themselves will look like retards.